Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying everybody goes. Oh yeah, she's getting it.
You sound terrific. Just terrific.
Oh no, we want everybody to go. Yeah, we want everybody to go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Hey,
go.
everybody.
Go, go, go. Quickly, walk quickly. Walk, walk, walk.
The better you look, the more I want you. When you turn on your smile, I feel my heart go wild. I'm like a child with a brand new toy. And I get the sweetest feeling. The sweetest. The stronger your heart, the more I need you. With every passing day, I'm in love to stay, and I wanna say, I got love.
Such a good boy.
Come here. Come here. Good boy.
Hi, boys. Good evening, friends and family, and welcome to the historic 1880 Union Hotel and ye old flowery hitching post. We are gathered here today on this swanky Saturday to celebrate the fabulous union of Sam Dudley and Jessie Rodas. Please keep all hands, feet, arms, and legs inside the covered wagon until the ceremony comes to a complete stop. For those who don't know, my name is Chris Maroy, and I've known Sam for over a decade when we met doing theater in New Orleans. Upon first meeting Sam, I could tell instantly he was a stand-up guy, wickedly talented, and funny to boot. In short, a real mensch. In height, 6'2". He's so tall. A few years ago, when I myself made the move to California, he was one of only 4 people I knew in town, but that was more than enough for me. Sam showed me the ropes, showed me where to find the best sushi and Mexican food in the valley, and even gave me a bed to sleep on when I had only a leaky air mattress to call my own. Flash forward to 2017. Sam and I had just finished 45 minutes of soul-crushing cardio exercise at an indoor bicycling studio in Tarzana. Afterwards, we're sitting outside. I'm gasping for air and questioning all of my life's decisions when the ever-composed Sam begins to tell me about this cute fella he's been seeing. Sam says he's incredibly handsome, sweet, and playful. His name is Charlie, and he's such a good boy. There's also this other guy that kind of hangs around Charlie sometimes, who's pretty easy on the eyes, extremely charming, and incredibly kind. His name is Jesse. Indeed, getting to know Jesse has felt like hitting the friendship lottery twice. His kindness, wit, and flair make him a joy to be around. Not to mention seeing his many, many, many talents unfold over the years has left me in complete awe. I mean, have you seen these flowers, folks? That's all him. Sam helped too. But it's watching these two friends together that truly fills my heart with pride. Their combined generosity, warmth, and humor is like a superpower that can brighten any day. And I'm so honored to be standing here with you both as you embark on this next chapter in your lives. But first, a little history. When the initial tinder of their romance was sparked, it didn't take long for things to heat up. Within 10 minutes of their first date, they were positively smitten, captivated by each other's smile, sincerity, and style. It was clear that this was something special. They sealed the first date with a starry-eyed kiss, you floozy, and just a few short weeks later became official. Suddenly, their names were tied with an ampersand, and another dynamic duo was born. Sam and Jesse. It's got a nice ring to it. Makes you feel like they've always been together. They make it look so natural and effortless. Their love is truly a work of art. But like any great masterpiece, the journey here took order, design, tension, composition, balance, light, and ultimately, harmony. Like a lot of us, they withstood the trials of close quarters quarantine and came out stronger and closer on the other side. They depend on each other for strength and gentleness, and if the road ahead gets a little bumpy, they will always find their way back to each other and remember what made them fall in love in the first place. Jesse, Sam truly admires your gracious sensitivity, your uplifting playfulness, passion for singing, and your careful attention to detail. You've taught him how to slow down, think things through, and enjoy all the sweet, little, wonderful things that life and love have to offer. And Sam, you should know that Jesse adores your beautiful eyes, gorgeous dimples, and very good hair. But it is your integrity, your kindness, and compassion that won his heart. You are quite simply his favorite person. For all these reasons and more, you two have opened your hearts and built a world where you can share your deepest longings or your giddiest belly laughs. You found a partner, a sense of direction, and a hand to hold during whatever life may bring. Every happy moment, tickle fight, and squabble has brought you here to this day when two become one, plus Charlie. There's something universally understood about sharing these moments with those nearest and dearest to us. And as you stand here before a crowd of loving faces, both in person and in spirit, I invite you to take a moment, look around, and soak it in. You've made an impact in the lives of every person here. From near and far, we've traveled to this Western wonderland to share in the joy of this moment and to add our best wishes to the words that will make you a married couple. Today, we celebrate a wedding. Tomorrow, on an ordinary Sunday, and every day thereafter, we celebrate your marriage. So let's get to it. At this time, the grooms have each prepared personal vows that they will read to one another. Sam, you want to go first?
Sure. Breathe. My love, if you had told me 4.5 years ago
You did it.
that the guy I had just met on a first date at an overrated Studio City restaurant was going to be my husband, I would have totally believed you. I knew the whole time that this was special and different and important and worth it. I was searching for you, and I was almost resigned to the fact that I might not find you. And then there you were, on your phone, willing to take a chance and swipe right. Thank you. I spent the first 20 years of my life trying to avoid who I am. As a kid who grew up in the 80s and 90s, we both knew the pain and difficulty of growing up gay in a society that freely mocked gay men and normalized homophobia. What's different, I think, is how each of us handled it. I retreated. I did everything I could to fit in, to be normal, to pass, and tried to convince myself that who I thought I wanted to be was who I was. A fair amount of therapy and 4 years of theater school later, I got on a path to love myself. For you, though, your bravery took charge much younger than mine, and I'm constantly impressed by that. From the tales I've been told, you wore a turtleneck to high school with pride, You wore leather pants and a tank top to a school dance. Everyone else be damned. You discovered how to be yourself because it's wonderful and people are drawn to that. I'm super impressed by your past and current bravery. It informs me daily and reminds me that we are both worthy of happiness, worthy of each other's love, and worthy of the dignity to be able to stand here in front of our family and friends to profess just that. I'm also in awe of your creativity. I mean, look what you created for us today. And I'm really proud to say, and I helped, which I did. You did. But this is all you, babe. Your artistic eye never ceases to amaze me. Your attention to detail, while admittedly sometimes can be a tad frustrating, in that moment is spot on. And thank you for teaching me the value of taking a harder look and slowing down. I've thought a lot about what it means to be married, partially because I used to not know if this was going to happen, but it is. So here we are. So I've been trying to figure it out, and I don't think there's a perfect answer. But one thing I've been thinking about is that I think it means putting each other in our relationship first. I think it also means not only for as long as you both shall live, but doing everything we can to live as long as we can. I want to grow old with you, love. So does the next 50 or 60 years sound okay? Okay. I know we say it a lot, but I feel lucky. I'm so lucky that you're my man. I'm so lucky you brought Charlie into my life. I'm so lucky to wake up to you each morning and to kiss you goodnight each night before I go to sleep. I'm lucky to have a man with such strength of character, intelligence, and kindness and warmth. Okay, so now the vows. I promise to love you. I promise to help you. I promise to grow with you and learn from you. I promise to tell you if you have anything in your teeth.
Thank you.
I promise to respect you and to communicate with you. I promise to never purposely put my icicle hands or feet on your warm skin, even if it feels good, and even if it's funny to watch you squirm.
You too?
Yes.
I promise to work on our relationship and on myself and my continuous growth. I promise to try to put myself in your shoes and to try to see things from your perspective too, even when it's hard. And I promise to be your husband for the rest of my life. And I promise to do everything in my power to make sure that day is a really long day from today. Thank you for being my love and for showing me that I'm great for being who I am and for loving me for it and for helping me dress better. And I can't wait to call you my husband.
Jesse?
Okay.
Can you pull this?
I got you. My sweet love, today I get to marry you. I have been waiting a very long time. From the very beginning, I knew you were special. We sat together on our first date and talked with such ease. Those dreamy eyes and dimples made me swoon, and I just remember thinking how strangely comfortable it all felt. Like I had known you before, like soulmates. We knew how to talk to each other, and we understood each other instantly, it seemed. And despite your skepticism about Charlie, I knew I wanted to be around you. And I knew you'd come around because he's magic. The next day, on the evening of our second date, I remember feeling tired and stressed. I'd had a bad day. And I almost messaged to reschedule because I just didn't really feel like being around anyone. I didn't think I would be very good company. But I didn't. And to my delight, when you came over that evening, you were a breath of fresh air. You were a lift to me. I instantly felt better. And your warmth and kind spirit are contagious. And just being around you gives me a lift. When you figured out that Charlie is as magical as he is, that's when it was over for me. Do you remember the first time I told you that I was going to marry you? You don't? We were sitting on the couch in my apartment in North Hollywood, and I just sort of blurted it out. Like I couldn't keep it in. I just said, I'm going to marry you someday. And you looked at me with a gleaming smile, and you just leaned in and gave me the sweetest little kiss. And I remember you told me later that you had waited to tell me that you loved me because it was my turn first. He asked me to be his boyfriend, and so I had to say I loved him first. And I'm glad you let me. As you know, I am a person who has a very difficult time making decisions about things sometimes. Often. Picking my ring was a journey. Choosing dinner can be a struggle. But when it came to you, my love, it was one of the easiest decisions I have ever had to make. No hesitation, no deliberation. You check all my boxes, even some I didn't know existed, really. Getting to share my life with you has been the biggest blessing, and I feel so lucky that I get to choose you and that you choose me. I love you for being such a wonderful partner and for all the little ways that you make me feel so incredibly special. I love you because you always do the right thing. I love you because you're caring and compassionate in a way that makes me feel so safe and so seen. I love how brilliant your mind is. I love how quickly you can retain information, but then how silly you can be with me. I love that you can almost keep up with my silliness. Check out his Italian tap dancing. Despite my occasional protests, I love how you just somehow know everything. It's truly astounding how your brain works. It really is. And I'm in awe of you, love. I'm so impressed by you every day and how much you know about things. You're incredible. As we grow together over time, I promise to protect and nurture our relationship in the years to come. I promise to care about your feelings as well as my own. I promise to love you when we're old and wrinkly, and I promise to take care of you when you can't take care of yourself. I promise to love you and cherish you as the incredibly special person you are, and I promise I'll take care of us. When I tease you about your little quirks and you tell me that I have to love you anyways, you're wrong. I don't, but I do. Very, very much. You're my best human friend, and you're my favorite person. I love you, Sam.
I love you. No. Will you now please hold hands? Do you, Sam, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward as long as you both shall live?
Yes.
Do you, Jesse, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Great. May I have the rings, please? Thank you. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end, representing the boundless connection of your infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. Yeah? As you place this ring on Jesse's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring, I thee wed,
and pledge you my love, now and forever.
and pledge you my love, now and forever.
Jesse, as you place the ring on Sam's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring I thee wed,
and pledge you my love, now and forever.
and pledge you my love, now and forever.
Come on,
I'm gonna do it.
you can do it. Yeah. Oh. There we go.
There you go.
There it
Okay.
is. Got big knuckle.
Although they have spoken the words to finalize their commitment, Sam and Jesse will soon seal their union with the smashing of the glass and a kiss. The glass, once shattered, may never be reassembled. Similarly, the bond you have consecrated today is a permanent one. So now the fun part. By the power vested in me, by the Universal Life Church in the state of California, I now pronounce Sam and Jesse to be husbands. Boys, stomp on the glass and kiss your groom. Friends and family, it is my great honor to present to you for the first time as husbands, Sam Dudley and Jesse Roberts. You did it! At this time, the happy couple invites everyone to join us inside for cocktail hour. Let's get the party started.